I'm looking forward to pizza tonight as well.
Yes.
In the sunshine. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Ravishing podcast. We're talking through Jilly Cooper's Rupert Chronicles in order, one section at a time. We'll discuss the chaos, the drama, the sex and everything else that gets thrown in along the way. Just to clarify, we're not professionals or journalists, we just love the books, the Rupert world Jilly has created and love talking about them. You may already know the books well, you may never have read them and only heard about Jilly Cooper through the recent fabulous TV series Rivals on Disney+. Everyone is welcome here. I'm Nib, I'm relatively new to these books and my mum Jan has known them for years.
For those newcomers who've only seen the new TV show, Riders is the first in the 11-book series and when we first meet Rupert Campbell Black. Rivals is the second book and we'll be moving on to that one soon. Each episode will talk through some of the key things that happen in the books. We'll also let you know which chapters we'll be covering. So if you haven't already read the books, you can read them alongside for the full experience. We really recommend you do, because if you don't, we can guarantee you'll be missing out on loads of Jilly's humour, storytelling and juicy details, because we're only skimming through some of the key bits on here. We're here to analyse, or maybe overanalyse, with opinions, tangents and probably a lot of judgment, because these books deserve to be talked about. There will be swearing and there will be mentions of sex, because this is Jilly Cooper, and if we had to cut out the rude bits there'd be nothing left to talk about. Today we'll be covering chapters 26 to 28, so if you're reading the books alongside, make sure you've read those chapters first. Before we get into it, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very much looking forward to having a little drink out in the sunshine after this.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Get the pizza oven out.
Yep.
This is, at time of recording, this is kind of the first proper hot day of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had some.
We've had some good
We've
days.
had some, but this is going to be a few days worth, and that, it's exciting.
So ready. So ready. Do you know that is one thing that I really missed when I was in Australia? Obviously, there is a certain kind of pressure when the weather's nice in the UK, because you're like, I've got to go out and enjoy it.
It might rain tomorrow.
And it was nice to know that like every day was going to be nice, except obviously it's not. But in Australia, it was nice to be like, oh well, this is going to happen again. But I just miss that kind of, apologies, I'm going to break the fourth wall here. It is bank holiday weekend at time of recording. We're quite far in advance recording our episode, so it is bank holiday weekend. But I just miss that kind of, it's a Friday evening or it's bank holiday weekend, the sun's out and just everybody is so happy. Like, I just miss that atmosphere so much, because that is just one of the best times to be in the UK. Yeah. When the sun's out and it's
shining.
hot, and especially when it's like a bank holiday weekend as well. People love it so much, and I love to see people making the most of it.
It's because we don't get it often enough.
No.
I mean, it must be nice in Australia or places like that where you can plan. You can say, right, how about next week? Everybody come round to ours, and we'll have drinks in the garden. We'll get the pizza oven going. You
could have a barbecue, and the weather would be barbecue weather.
Yeah. Whereas now you have to say, oh, it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Who's free? Are you coming over? Let's go.
But I just love it. I mean, I really wish that British people could be happy with any kind of weather. But
we are, but you just can't.
We are.
You just can't do certain things.
No.
You can't sit outside and enjoy a drink in the rain.
I just do love the atmosphere in the UK.
Yeah,
when it's hot.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Especially when it's like the first kind of few proper hot days of the year. Oh, it's just so good.
You know what really makes me laugh though is it gets to like May. And everybody thinks, right, we're getting into summer now and everything should be warm and it's freezing, but I am wearing my shorts because it's May. That just really makes me laugh.
Dress and for the weather.
You see some people walking around, they clearly look freezing, but no, it's May.
I'm not wearing a coat because it's summer. Right, should we get on with the story?
Let's carry on.
So last episode was all about the Olympics, and we finished on a sudden engagement for Billy and his now fiancée Jamie.
Janey.
Janey. Now it's time to find out what happens between them. So obviously they got engaged at the end of last episode. They did not get married. So let's see where this takes us. Rupert couldn't be happier about Billy and Janey. He just likes to see his friend happy. And this is the way that Jilly puts it for us. both Rupert and Janey were incredibly relieved to find that they liked each other but did not fancy each other.
that's always a good thing in your best mate, isn't it?
I felt like Rupert and Janey were going to get on very well. I do feel in a lot of ways Janey is kind of like the female version of Rupert.
Yeah, they're very similar in that way, aren't they?
And she's just kind of as funny and outrageous as he is, if not more.
Maybe that's what attracted Billy so much.
I do think that in kind
because
of
he's used to that kind of personality.
An odd way.
Yeah.
Not that he's looking for a female version of Rupert.
No, it would have been
that
subconscious.
Obviously, he and Rupert get on for a reason. So I'm not very surprised to see that the person he picks to marry has a very similar personality. Were we slightly worried that Rupert and Janey may have an affair?
I'm not going to lie. I was.
Yeah.
I was a little worried.
Well, you wouldn't really put it past either of them, would you?
No, you wouldn't. But when Jilly made that point quite clear, I thought, oh, that's good.
Thank goodness.
But then again, I feel that Billy may be the only person Rupert wouldn't betray in that way.
Yeah.
He'd do it to his wife, but whether he'd do it to Billy.
I think you're going to agree disagree with me on this one. I could see a situation where Rupert would have an affair with Janey if he knew something that he didn't think was right and he wanted to give Billy a reason to leave her.
To split up.
He wanted to split them up. I could see him doing it for that reason.
But would he risk his friendship with Billy?
I think he would trust in that situation that, number one, he would think he's doing the right thing because he's breaking them up. Only if he thought that they wouldn't break up any other way. And I think he would also trust that Billy would understand. I wouldn't want to see that happen, but I could imagine a situation where he would do that for that reason. So Rupert and Janey get along very well. Janey and Helen, on the other hand, do not get along well at all.
Really?
Really? Who could have predicted that? Janey finds Helen too prissy. Helen finds Janey too loose. Realistically, they're just jealous of each other. They see qualities in each other that they want in themselves and don't have. And that's the basis of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of typical female behaviour, I guess. Letting jealousy come out or letting... You know, it's so easy to be like, you have this characteristic that I want and I admire you for it, rather than being, you have this characteristic that I want and I hate you for it.
Yeah.
You know? It's so... I know which option I prefer.
I suppose it depends on the person, though, doesn't it? Because if you're a confident person and you can see that somebody has some qualities that you wish you had, you wouldn't feel threatened by them in any way enough to hate them.
Yeah.
But if you were really kind of a weak character and no confidence, you might... Yeah, I think it just depends on the individual.
Yeah. I think... I don't know, maybe this is the side of TikTok that I'm on at the minute, but it just feels like people saying, if a woman has something you want, you should be jealous of it, just feels like something that men would tell us to keep us distracted. Do you know what I mean? Where, you know, if we all got on with each other a little bit better, we'd be able to achieve more together. Do you know what I mean? And I did used to think that women could be quite catty and mean, and when I was younger I had more friends that were boys because I found them easier to get on with. But as I've got older, I've kind of appreciate female friendship so much more because there's just a kind of an innate understanding between women. You know, just in terms of like what it's like to be a woman in the world. It's something that a man, as much as he could try and make heroic efforts, can't understand in the same way, you know, and having that kind of understanding from other women and being able to club together, it's something that I really appreciate. And female friendship should be valued, and you shouldn't... If being jealous of someone means that you're divided where you could be united and make each other better, do you know what I mean?
I mean, you can understand it when people are younger, because, you know, it's all obsessions with boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're all kind of... you're sort of not as confident about yourself as you may grow into being.
And that's another thing I do
So that's kind of why there's... maybe that cattiness and it's a lack of confidence thing, isn't it?
It is. And I think that is something, and this might be quite a controversial opinion, I don't know. something that society kind of like drums into you, that to waste your time on being jealous of other women when we could be doing something bigger together.
Yeah,
to keep us distracted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you need to support other women. You need to support everybody, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, this thing where you build people up and then knock them down. Celebrities and all of that kind of thing. And it shouldn't.
It's the kind of idea that would come out of the patriarchy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and it shouldn't.
And that's the basis of it. What I'm trying to get at here is, if women ran the show, we wouldn't be wasting our time on stuff like this.
No, we wouldn't. Absolutely, we wouldn't. There's a new TV programme coming out or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now.
I saw an advert for a Sacha Baron Cohen film. It was like Women First.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Is it not what I'm thinking?
Okay, so
I haven't watched it yet.
I will want to stress, I watched the trailer this morning, and that was it. And it was on TikTok. And my initial thought was, this is all right. I will just say it is based on, or it's like a remake of a French film. Right. So it's something that already exists. It feels to me like, and I'm concerned I'm going to get backlash for this.
Okay.
But it feels to me like something that a man would choose to do because he thinks it's going to make him successful, rather than something he would do because he thinks it's right.
Right, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I haven't seen the trailer, I haven't seen the programme, but I understand what you're saying. I'll let you know when I've watched it.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, I mean, anything that can make men see things from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
But then vice versa.
Yeah.
And,
there's a lot of, and I guess it's very hard to tell the difference, but there's a lot of people out there, the tide definitely seems to be turning quite quickly, but there's a lot of men out there who are trying to create content that, I guess, is aiming to help other men do better. Do you know? Yeah. And it's hard to distinguish between the people who are doing it genuinely because they want to help, and the people who are doing it because they're like, this is going to get me views.
But does it matter?
No.
Wouldn't you rather that being put out in the world?
I'd rather the message be put out there. At this point, I care more about the message than the sentiment behind it.
Yeah.
When we get a little bit further along, then I'll start caring a bit more. But, Yeah,
if it's all going out there and it's just the messaging and actually the behaviour isn't changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you need to worry. Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
But more, I mean, there's always more to be done, isn't there? Anyway. I do think, and again, I think I said this at the beginning of Helen and Rupert's relationship. But sorry, we're going back to the story now. I didn't explain that.
Yeah.
I said this at the start of Helen and Rupert's relationship. And I'm saying it again now with Helen and Janey. I think there was potential there for them to have made each other better. Because Janey's jealous of Helen's kind of put-togetherness, her efficiency at home and with the children and stuff like that. And Helen's jealous, and this is more subtext than expressly said, but Helen's more kind of jealous of Janey being so fun and outgoing and confident and sexual.
Yeah.
And I think if they'd have been able to be friends, they could have made each other so much better.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame to see them just hating each other instead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. They could have made each other more rounded, and I'm not saying better, because
that
made
is
each
the
other
wrong
different.
word.
Yeah. And that could have only been a good thing for both of them, but she hasn't really loosened up for Rupert, has she, Helen? So she's not really going to let this sexy femme fatale come in and loosen her up, is she?
I think again it's something that I want to see, but I don't think is going to happen.
I didn't have as much faith as you. But yes, I agree, it would have been brilliant.
Yeah,
it could have.
You can see how they could have helped each other so much.
Yeah, and it could have been a completely different story.
Yeah, and it could have been beneficial to both of their relationships as well. Anyway, not to be, unfortunately. And Helen's dislike of Janey is cemented in this moment. They're getting ready for dinner. So Janey and Billy moved into Penscombe.
Yep.
Billy lived there already. Now the four of them are all living in this house together. So Janey's getting ready for dinner, and she couldn't be bothered to go down the hall to go to the toilet.
Okay.
So she goes for a wee in the sink in the bedroom. And Helen walks in and she sees it and she's like, oh my golly goodness, what is going on in here? Now, I have gained permission from Cam to tell you this story because he genuinely thinks he's going to get an overwhelming influx of support for him when I tell this story.
Okay.
And he thinks that he's going to make me look really stupid.
Okay.
But I disagree. So let's see. I don't think anyone's going to say anything, but let's see. So Cam was in the bathroom. This was like a month or so ago now. Mm-hmm. Cam was in the bathroom and we're quite open. Walk in when the other person's in the bathroom. It's never been an issue for us. We don't really have a lot of boundaries. And he's in there with the door closed. And I went in to get something. So I opened the door. And then right in front of me, Cam is stood at the sink having a wee. In the sink.
Next to the toilet.
Next to the toilet that was not being used. It was in full working order. And he was having a wee in the sink.
Oh, no. Now, if you'd have said to me, I was on the loo and he came in and he was desperate. And
or even there's cleaning stuff in the toilet or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I would have said, well, needs must and all of that. So, yeah, it's fine. But
he just did it because he wanted to. He said he went in to wash his hands, then decided he needed a wee, so just did it in the sink.
Oh, no. No, Cameron.
And he said it's all right because he had the tap running.
Did he clean it afterwards?
He rinsed it.
Oh, no! No, you lose, Cam. If it had been emergency, I'd have said, yeah, okay, I can see that. But no.
I don't usually do this, but I will open call for submissions on opinions on this one. You can comment if you're listening on Spotify. I think you can comment, or YouTube. You can email us, theravishingpodcast@gmail.com. You can DM us on Instagram or TikTok with the Ravishing Podcast. If you have an opinion on this that you would like to share.
When is it acceptable to wee in the sink?
It's not.
Oh.
There you go. Back to the story. So Rupert is so happy for Billy and Janey that he decides he wants to throw them this big, huge engagement party, and it turns out to be a much bigger event than anyone had expected. And Helen is absolutely tearing her hair out trying to get the house all ready because she thinks it has to be perfect. Sorry if you can hear Daphne barking in the background. The party is absolutely huge and it gets a little bit out of hand. Helen isn't happy. People are kind of trashing her house because obviously you don't get new carpets put in right before a party.
No.
If anything, you have a party before you buy the new carpets because you know everything's just going to get wrecked, and that's just kind of like Helen's. I mean, we know she's not a natural hostess, but come on.
No.
Don't buy new carpets and then have a huge party because it's just going to get ruined, isn't it?
She's just going to be even more on
And
edge.
also, if you want to be the kind of person who hosts parties at your house, you can't really be very house proud because it's just going to stress you out and you're not going to enjoy yourself, are you?
No.
So, naturally, Helen's quite relieved to see her friend Hillary arrive. You remember the one that she made?
Oh, yes.
When she had
Hippie
Marcus. Hippie Hillary.
Yep.
Hillary, who hates Rupert just as much as Rupert hates her, which is to say, a lot. So, naturally, Helen's quite happy to sort of have an ally there because she's not really... I mean, she knows everybody at the party, but they're not really her friends. So, she's happy to have her friend there. And Hillary, for once, has got herself quite tarted up. She doesn't really wear makeup very often, but she's done herself all up for this, which she doesn't enjoy, and she's claiming it's to prove to Rupert that she's capable. What do we think here? Why?
I think she fancies him.
Yeah. She says she hates Rupert. She says Helen needs to leave him. And then she comes all dressed up because she's like, well, I'm proving to your awful, horrible husband, who you should definitely divorce, that I am capable of looking really attractive. It's like, I'm not sure I'm following.
No, she's playing a game here.
Yeah.
She absolutely...
Helen's only friend.
Yeah. Oh, sad for Helen.
It's awful, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen.
Well, no, we might be wrong.
But, our first reaction is, right, well...
Why is she doing this?
Why? She's not going to do that just to prove that she can, is she?
No.
Like,
Why would she?
For somebody,
she hates.
Yeah. So the final straw for Helen at this party... Rupert decides to go and get Revenge, the horse, and ride him into the house, parade him around. I think they take bets on whether he can jump the sofa or not. So Helen absolutely loses it at this. She's not been having a good time already, but this is the last straw. So she runs off. She flees upstairs. She's in tears. And Hillary obviously runs after her to comfort her. And Hillary has a massive go at Rupert.
Yeah.
So she's been comforting Helen, and then she goes off to have a go at Rupert and be like, you shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. And then in the heat of the moment, the anger, the passion turns into a different kind of passion. And all of a sudden they're kissing. And unfortunately, they then make arrangements to see each other the next day.
Yeah.
I was really shocked when this happened. I was really shocked.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think... Because obviously they say, like, she's, like, hippie feminist, all of this, and, like, seems to have been fighting Helen's corner the whole time. The woman's married herself as well. And seems to hate Rupert. But then, obviously, she just wanted him like everybody else.
Yeah, and she went to that party knowing that she was going to try something, I'm sure.
She wouldn't have got all dressed up.
No.
To behave the same way she always did, would she?
And you can, you see it in the movies, don't you? People get angry and shout at each other, and then passion overcomes and they have a kiss. And so, okay, you can see that happening. But when they made plans to see each other the next day, that's
not a heat of the moment thing, is it?
No, that's,
and like
he definitely overstepped.
This is Helen's only friend. Who is worse in this situation? Because I think it's Hillary.
I think it's Hillary. I mean, she obviously has fancied Rupert all this time. He's hated her all this time.
Yeah.
And it's not hating her when he really fancies her kind of hate. He doesn't like her. So I'm shocked.
Yeah. And to him, like, she's just any other woman in a way. But for her, the husband of your best friend.
Yeah.
It's too far. It's a step too far, isn't it?
It's not right. No, I don't approve.
It's not right. And on that bombshell, classic Top Gear line, on that bombshell, good night. No, we're going to be taking a quick break. But first, the ravishing quote quiz.
Sorry.
Mum, I lost Mum for a second.
You
there.
did, sorry.
She wasn't even listening to me. So this time, I'm going to give you a question, and I would like the response, please.
Oh, this is getting trickier.
Yep.
I'm all right guessing, but having to... Oh, okay, go on.
Make something up. Mm-hmm. So, Janey is talking to Billy, and she says, do you think I'd look nice with my hair up like Helen? What do you think Billy says in response? Throw out some guesses.
Well, he does like Helen. Not in that way.
No.
But, you know, if you're with wild and carefree Janey, why would you want her looking like Helen?
They're quite opposite to each other, aren't they?
So I'm not going to be thinking he's going to say yes. but I don't know exactly what he does say. I can't think about that.
Well, the response might surprise you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right, and we'll tell you after the break.
Okay.
Do you need a wait? Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. So, the answer for the ravishing quote quiz, I gave you a question and I wanted the answer. Okay, so it's Janey talking to Billy. Janey says, "Do you think I'd look nice with my hair up like Helen?" What do we think Billy says?
I'm going to think he's going to be negative about
He's
that
gonna be like,
whole thing.
You always look beautiful.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, and exactly how you are. No, you don't need to put your hair up and have all those restraints. No.
So, do you think I'd look nice with my hair up like Helen? Billy says, "I'd rather you shaved your bush."
No, I didn't guess that one.
But unexpected from Billy. I didn't think he'd say something like that.
Naughty Billy.
Naughty Billy. I mean, this is the 70s after all.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yep.
Back to the story. In the aftermath of all of the drama at the party, Billy and Janey decide that they can't go through all of that again, so they have a very quiet registry office wedding.
Probably about the only sensible decision they ever make.
Yeah, I think so. And then they get busy starting their first year of marriage. Billy is now a professional show jumper. He's got a lucrative sponsor, a sizable income. Professional in this case meaning that he has a sponsor and a salary, rather than an amateur who funds themselves. And Janey has negotiated herself an equally lucrative deal to do interviews around the world while she travels with Billy. So that means they're incredibly rich, travelling the world together, having an absolute fantastic time.
Yep.
And it all seems to be going really well. I mean, is this what we want for Billy? He seems to be having a fantastic time.
Yeah, I think they're both pulling their weight, aren't they? And they're both doing what they love, and they're earning money, so they're having a good time spending it and really just enjoying being together. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. And travelling with your partner as well, they're doing quite well because it can be quite difficult. Obviously, it's so much fun, but being in each other's space all the time and so on top of each other all the time is quite intense as well. So there's, they've done quite well. Rupert has gifted Billy a home on his land, which is described as a cottage, but I think it's rather bigger than what we would think of as a cottage. I mean, it has a drawing room and all of this, doesn't it? And they're talking about putting a swimming pool in and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, but the crux of it is they have their own home now that Rupert's given them, which is on the land, so it's near enough to Rupert and the stables and everything. But are Billy and Janey really ready to settle down, have their own home, start having a family? I mean, Janey's talking about having a baby all the time, but are they really ready? I mean, they seem to be having so much fun, having this crazy lifestyle. Can you see them settling down?
It's a tricky one because, I mean, you want them to, but then neither of them are particularly domestic, are they? I mean, look how Janey was with her own flat when she was busy working and writing.
Is she going to be better with a husband?
No, because Billy's as bad, isn't he?
He's never really had to look after himself at all, has he?
No, so I think if they could both turn a blind eye to the state that they live in and they're both equally happy about that, I think it's fine. Yeah,
and I think Billy's quite naive in a way because I don't think he realises the effort that goes into keeping a home nice because it's always sort of been behind the scenes work to him, like the magical washing up fairy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think he understands that it's quite a lot of work, and I think he's not going to pitch in. And, as expected, the tensions do start to show when they try and settle down in their own place after this lifestyle that they've been living together and beforehand. When they try and settle down, things are there's cracks starting to show, isn't there? And when the bills start coming in, they definitely don't seem to be as rich as they once thought they were. I mean, Billy had a good income, Janey had a good income, and they didn't really have that many outgoings, did they, when they were travelling? So they just felt like the richest people in the world, and now they've got a house and bills to pay. All of a sudden, they don't have any money anymore.
The responsibilities have started to mount up, and they're not very good at responsibilities.
No. But unfortunately, all these bills coming in doesn't stop them believing that they're still as rich as they used to be. Helen thinks that Janey brings out the worst in Billy, and I think I've got to say this might be one of the only times I agree with Helen.
I definitely agree with Helen.
Yeah.
And maybe Billy brings out the worst in her. I don't know. We don't know her enough, do we, to know what she was like.
But I can definitely see Billy, certainly the most obvious thing is he's drinking a lot more, partying a lot more.
Yeah. And
being much more excessive than he used to be with Janey. And it doesn't seem to be good for him, does it?
No.
And it's not the best side of him that she's bringing out.
No, and you know, like when he was living with Rupert, they would have the occasional drink, but I don't think Rupert really never drank excessively, did he? Unless they were at parties or something. But they had help. They had the secretary there to do all the paperwork, and neither of them are doing anything like that, are they?
I think Billy, he's just quite sort of a sweet soul and a little bit helpless as well. Like, he needs somebody to look after him, keep him on the straight and narrow, do all of these admin-y things for him that he doesn't understand. And Janey's not that person. I mean, she's proven herself to not be that person, isn't she?
Or even the kind of person that would drum into Billy that these are responsibilities. I can't do everything for you, but we've both got to pull together and do this. Yeah. But she's not even that kind of person, is she?
So they've got this new house and this kind of first year travelling together with this deal that Janey had to travel the world and do all these interviews. That's finished. And she's decided she wants to have a baby as soon as possible. She doesn't want to live this week-to-week lifestyle that she'd been living as a journalist. So she quits her job and favours a promising book deal. So she's like, I'm going to write a book. You're going to give me some money to write a book. And she does. To be fair, she gets some money. And she's like, right, I'm going to be a housewife. I'm going to try and have a baby. And maybe I'll write this book on the side. Maybe not.
Yep.
Now this is kind of crunch time, isn't it? For Janey to prove that she can do what needs to be done. Because obviously, I mean, it's a little bit unfair saying she needs to support Billy in the background. But also, like, the nature of this career, he doesn't have anyone doing all the admin things.
No.
You know, sending off entry forms for competitions and all of this kind of stuff. And he also doesn't necessarily have the time to do it himself. He's never done it himself.
No,
before,
he's never done it,
for
so
one,
he's not going to understand.
But he doesn't really have the time to either. So there's kind of, and like doing the washing, making sure all his white shirts are ironed. It's something that needs to be done. And I guess the expectation is that Janey would be the one to do it.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be writing a book, but she doesn't really, does she?
No.
So you wouldn't expect the little woman to be at home doing all these duties, but because that's what she's chosen, you would think she might pitch in a little bit more, but
I don't think it's a huge ask, and I don't think that it's necessarily like a sexist thing in this situation.
No. And I bet they didn't sit down beforehand and talk about the implications of everything that needed doing. And
no, of course they didn't. So, with Billy and Janey out of the house, the cracks in Rupert and Helen's marriage are becoming much more evident. They're kind of on their own for the first time, because since they got together, Billy's been living with them.
he's always been there, yep.
And he's always been that kind of mediator for their relationship as well. And without him there, they're arguing a lot more. There's no one there to kind of settle the arguments. And after that disastrous engagement party, Helen's just sort of retreated into herself. And Rupert has become much busier with work. Show jumping has, in this time period, we're in the late 70s now, it's becoming a more popular sport, and it's a full-time occupation. There's no sort of defined season. It's sort of all year round now. And Rupert has decided he doesn't want to take on a sponsor. And I think we will touch on this again, but essentially there's an amateur and a professional.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't know what it's like now, but at this point, if you're a professional, you can't compete in the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the same now.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so, because I think that's kind of insane, isn't it?
Yeah, because you at the Olympics, you want to have the people who are the best in that sport, and if you cut out all the people who are professional. It's like, you know...
Yeah. And it's such an odd distinction as well, because they're all at the same level. So the whole amateur professional thing implies a different level of experience. Yeah. But anyway, that's just kind of irrelevant detail, I guess, in a way. But the point is that Rupert's much, much busier and there's a lot more pressure on him. Obviously, he's relieving his stress by sleeping with other women.
Yeah.
It's not stopped. It's not going to stop, is it?
Never.
Really. And on the rare occasions that he's home, the other women he's seeing, or rather other woman, is still Hillary.
I can't believe that's still going on.
I mean, it's been a long time now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
They are both married.
Yeah.
It definitely shouldn't be happening. And I'm quite surprised that he even wants to continue seeing her, because they didn't get on before.
No.
What's sort of the appeal? He hasn't suddenly decided that they get on really well.
No. And I can't believe she's not dressing like hippie Hillary most of the time now.
Yeah.
And he used to hate her for that.
Yeah. And he definitely feels ashamed of himself for this one, doesn't he? As he bloody well should. But, you know, you kind of thought he was immune to shame. But he definitely seems to feel quite ashamed of himself. And Jilly Cooper says that this is the only affair he never boasted about to Billy.
Yeah.
And then that shows you his feelings on it. He knows that having an affair is wrong, but he's always boasted to Billy about it, and it's just been kind of a thing. But this is like, he really knows he's doing something wrong now.
He's too close to home, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the grooms, but they're kind of... But this is somebody on the level with Helen, somebody who's Helen's friend.
Somebody who would, like, sit at a table with them type thing. And so what are we thinking about those two? I mean, we've said we're quite surprised to see them still having a relationship. Obviously, at this point, we're kind of immune to the shock of an affair, because in Jilly Cooper land, everyone's at it. It doesn't really matter. But the two of them specifically is quite surprising, I think. I just can't see why... I guess I can see why she would want him, but I can't see how they could have kept it going for this long when they hated each other so much before. It can't have changed that much.
Maybe he likes sneaking around. This is an extra sneak level. I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a minute and talk about affairs. Affairs?
In Jilly Cooper land.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, it's kind of something that you expect, and Rupert and Hillary is not one of these, but there's some affairs that you really root for, isn't there? I mean, we're thinking, at time of recording, and we are quite far in advance in terms of recording episodes, there are currently 3 episodes of the new series of Rivals out at the moment, and Freddie and Lizzie are on the brain, aren't they? And obviously people are obsessed with their relationship, but in the books, when I was reading them, I'm like, cheating is wrong, but can these two get together already?
Please. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely immune to affairs now, but pretty disgusted at Rupert and Hillary, but not Freddie and Lizzie. I so want that to happen.
It's funny,
so why don't I care that they've both got partners? Yeah. Well, obviously, James Verica, you're not. Who cares?
Yeah, he's a horse.
But, you know, his Freddie's wife, Mousy.
Oh, she's awful as well.
Oh, she's awful in that, but she's lovely.
You really thought he loved her?
Yeah, she is. She is kind of sweet in an irritating way. So I kind of feel bad for myself, not bothered about the fact that he's cheating. Yeah,
and I think this is something that is more gets more time in the books as opposed to the series. Yeah. But I really did think that Freddie must love Mousy. Mm. What's her actual name? Valerie.
Valerie, that's it.
I really did think that he loved her.
Yeah.
And I still was like, come on, Freddie and Lizzie, they're meant to be together. And it's just, what?
It's because we like Lizzie so much.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, we'll take a minute to appreciate Danny Dyer and Catherine Parkinson.
Oh, yeah.
Magic. I mean, Catherine Parkinson, I love. She's a fantastic actress. But nobody expected this from Danny Dyer.
No, not a chance.
He is just fabulous, isn't he?
He's perfect. When I first heard, I just thought, no. But, to see him, that kindness comes across. Oh, he because that's what you need from Freddie.
Because Freddie is a sweet man. He's a sweet, intelligent, capable man.
Yep.
And, on first impression, you think Danny Dyer can't do that.
No.
But he's just fantastic, isn't he?
He's brilliant.
Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We are. Back to Rupert.
Yeah, back to Rupert. So this relationship with Hilary is getting so serious. They've even found time to go away together. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, we talked about this, they hated each other before, it can't have changed that much, and they get on a lot better when they don't see each other very often.
Yep.
And all they get is, a couple of hours to squeeze in a quick one and not talk, and I can see how that would work best for them.
Yep.
So why on earth do they think that going on holiday together is a good idea? No. And clearly, it all goes up in flames, doesn't it? It goes absolutely terribly. And Rupert gets home, maybe to relieve the tension from the arguments he's had with Hilary on this trip away, maybe to distract himself from the guilt that he feels continuing this and kind of getting so serious with Hilary. But when he gets home, he turns to his groom, Podge. Podge is a nickname. I don't know what her actual name is. I can't remember. But Podge, anyway, he turns to her for comfort, to make him feel better.
Yep.
And Ginny goes into an awful lot of detail about what the two... I think it might get an entire chapter about what the two of them get up to. And we don't need to go into quite so much detail. The important thing to remember is that they take naked pictures of each other.
Yes.
That's the important takeaway from this whole situation. And there's, a subtle foreshadowing here, isn't there? We can see... She's told us this for a reason.
Yep.
Something's going to happen.
Dropping a big hint.
And let's also say, Ginny Cooper is very much not afraid of a sex scene, is she?
Oh, no. She loves a sex scene.
From what I can recall, The Man Who Made Husbands Jealous surprised me because I felt the sex scenes really got turned up a notch in that book.
Right.
But going back and reading them all again, I am thinking that maybe not. But when I was reading them for the first time, when I started reading The Man Who Made Husbands Jealous, which is fabulous, by the way, I thought, oh, she's stepped it up a notch here. This is quite a lot.
You've just forgotten all the ones in the other books.
I must have done. But yeah, she's not afraid of that, is she?
She isn't, no, and she writes them very well.
And I think it's what makes...
I think they were very educational when you were younger.
That is more detail than I would like from you, Mother. But she's not afraid, and I think this is why people like them so much. Because it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? It's all just a bit of fun. And obviously you mentioned... Earlier, I don't think we were recording, we were just chatting. You said it used to be, you didn't tell people that you were reading these books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it used to be, I mean, I love the fact that everybody's talking about Rivals now in the TV show.
I've said this before. At time of recording, Rivals Series 2 is being released. We're on episode 3. Yeah. So it's all really kind of...
There's
everywhere
a big buzz.
At the moment.
Everywhere you go, everywhere. Oh, you're watching it. But they were, back in the day when I started reading these books, you'd kind of be a little bit, oh no,
you don't want people to see.
Yeah, I should be reading, Trollope and stuff, and
I don't think that's the best example for people who don't know who Trollope is.
Oh, sorry. And but I absolutely loved them, and it was on the kind of. It was a kind of same kind of level as Jackie Collins, those kind of books, except Jilly's are so much better. There's so much more in them. Yeah. But that's how people... Yeah. And because they what do they call them? Bunk busters.
Bunk busters.
And you were kind of...
books, yeah.
Yeah, you were kind of a little ashamed of, if you were reading them in the public place, you'd kind of try and hide them.
I think 50 Shades really kind of turned the tide... for that kind of stuff, isn't it? Because 50 Shades was such a hit and everybody knew what it was about. Yeah. Now it's just kind of like, you want to read that? Go for it. We all love it. Come on.
Yeah, there's plenty of books out there in the world. Read some you enjoy as well as some that you feel should feed your brain.
Gosh, you're allowed to do stuff just because you enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
And these are just... pleasurable.
Yeah. People always give me recommendations for books and TV shows and stuff, and they're like, oh, we have all these interesting conversations, I think you'd be really interested in this, it makes you think a lot, and I'm like, I'm just going to stop you right there. don't give me any recommendations like that. I'm not interested. I only watch, because when I'm watching telly or when I'm reading a book, it's me time and I just want to have fun. Do you know, I don't want to come away from it feeling like I've been made to think. I don't want to have been educated. I've had enough of that. I just want to have fun, and these are just unadulterated fun, aren't they?
They are. Absolute
and
pure.
I love that it's becoming more kind of accepted. You don't have to hide the fact that you're reading something like this, you know, because everyone's like, yeah, I love it too. Like, come on. And they've made a series about it, and clearly people love
Everybody
it. Because
loves
the
it,
series
even
is
if they're
such a massive hit.
Yep.
Oh.
Go, Jilly.
So, back to Helen. So, we were talking about Rupert and Podge and the naked photos. Okay?
Yes.
A few days later, Helen has gone out shopping. She's like, I'll pick up this and I'll pick up that. And the chemist, I sent some pictures in to get developed. I'll just pick those up as well. And she picks...
Can I just say, there.
Developing pictures.
Developing pictures. And not only you had to wait like a week.
Yeah.
You got a roll of like 24 or 36.
Yeah.
And you didn't just snap away at everything you see now, because you had to pay for those. The expense.
And you didn't know what you were going to get.
You didn't know. They might all be blurry. Everybody might have their eyes shut. And, you know, it was just... And, yeah.
So, Helen's picking up the pictures from the chemist.
Pictures there.
Yeah. And on the way home, she cannot resist looking at them because she knows there's some cute ones of Marcus in there and she can't wait to see them. And I think she's stuck in traffic. So she starts looking through the pictures and she skips through. She sees a cute one of Marcus. Oh, there's some of the dogs. I'm not interested in those ones. Next thing you know, she's driven into the back of the car in front. What perhaps could she have seen? Obviously, she's seen these pictures of Rupert and Podge, and at first she's like, oh my God, that's a naked picture of the groom. Who the hell has taken that on my camera? And then the more she sees, the more obvious it becomes what's happened.
Yeah, that Rupert's there.
So what are we thinking about her reaction here? What do you think she's going to do?
Well, I mean, I think she suspects that he may cheat.
I think she potentially turns a bit of a blind eye to it.
I think so.
One of those like, oh, well, I haven't got any proof.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just a like little at the back of her mind. But to see it happening in your own home.
Yeah.
I think this could be very explosive.
Yeah.
And quite rightly so.
This is the first proof that she's had, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's really come up before.
No.
And she... You know, I think she suspects affairs. I don't think she has any inkling of the extent to which Rupert cheats on her. Because it is kind of, how the hell does he find the time? Yeah, I think it could be pretty explosive, couldn't it? Because also you've got to think back to her family values as well. Very religious parents.
Yep.
This is not acceptable in any way, shape or form in her mind. So when she gets home, she shows Rupert the pictures, and instead of being embarrassed or apologetic or even anything remotely remorseful, he laughs. And that, I think Helen was prepared to discuss it until that moment, and then that's when she really loses her temper. And Rupert, he sort of, I don't know what goes on in his head, but he's very cold, and he just sort of tells it like it is, and he goes, well, you're too uptight and you don't excite me, so I go to other women. And it's like,
so there it is.
Yeah,
deal with it.
Fair enough for being so straightforward. He could have beat around the bush. He could have done, it's not you, it's me. He could have said all of those things, and I am the kind of person that values honesty. And
honesty.
At least he was honest.
Yeah.
You know, he's a lot of things, but he didn't lie in this situation, did he? And then I don't know what to say. Why on earth he decides to do it, I don't know. But he says, look, you're bad in bed. It leads me to other women. And it's your mother's fault.
The mother's fault.
Which it is. It's all true.
Well, yeah, it's true. I wonder if, because he's feeling bad about Hillary, I wonder if that's why all this has come out, that he's just sort of, look what you've driven me to. You've made me have this affair with your best friend, and it's all your fault.
I didn't think about that he doesn't want to have the conversation of affairs because it might come up that he's seeing Hillary. I didn't think about that aspect of it, that he might be trying to avoid that conversation. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. And could this actually really be a very clever way of getting out of the conversation altogether? Because what do you say to that? Nothing,
it's
clearly.
Quite
she
shocking.
Doesn't say anything, does she?
It's quite shocking.
And he somehow made it her fault. And Janey, in fairness, she tells us that he reacts like this because he can't handle how guilty he feels.
Yeah. I mean,
because he does know that what he's doing is wrong.
It is a good sign that he feels guilty, and maybe this is another little sign of the future Rupert emerging.
Yeah. And this is the sort of nuance that you can't. It's really hard to portray on screen.
Yeah.
Because obviously in the book we get to hear about his inner thoughts as opposed, because that's so in contrast to his actions.
Yeah.
But we know that he does feel guilty. Whereas if you were just purely looking at actions, you'd think, well, this man doesn't care at all.
No.
But we know that he does. And that sort of nuance is quite important.
He does on this occasion. He doesn't feel guilty about Podge.
No.
And doesn't feel guilty about all of the others, but he's kind of feeling guilty about Hillary.
Yeah. And I think just the whole situation, I guess. And I guess if he wanted her to find out, it wouldn't necessarily be in that way, would it? Because it's quite confrontational. Let's play hypotheticals for a moment.
Okay.
Do we think if Helen hadn't have been so uptight, and if she had been able to fully lean into her sexuality and her and Rupert's sexual relationship, that the story between them could have been quite different? Do we think he would have cheated quite so much, or even at all, if things had been different?
I think they could have had a much better relationship, and maybe he wouldn't have cheated so much at home. But whether he's at that stage in his life where he would have not cheated while he was away, I don't know.
I mean, we know he didn't, obviously partly out of opportunity, but he didn't cheat so much when she was travelling with him.
No.
And I think, I do think there is, maybe not that he would never have cheated at all, but that it wouldn't have been to the extent that it is if she had been able to loosen up and they could have had, because obviously sex is so important to him, and if they could have had, because that, and no one can really deny that their sexual relationship is terrible.
Yeah.
And if it had been better, I do think that would have made a really huge difference for him.
I think it would have done. And I think maybe Helen wishes she was.
I think she does, but she
can't do it.
She just doesn't know how.
No.
And I do sympathise with her for that. She just doesn't know how to do it.
No.
It's been drummed into her whole life, and she's so young still.
But also, I think Rupert's still young-ish, and he's all his whole life he's just bedded women, cheated on people. And
if he'd have been a bit more tender with her,
it would have been
very different.
Yeah, but probably for the best that it's not for future Rupert.
Well, yes, we've got to think about future Rupert, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, no more hypotheticals. Back to the story. So after what Rupert says, what he says, there's not really anything to be said in response to that. So he just leaves. There's a dinner party. Hillary's hosting a dinner party. He and Helen are supposed to be going together. Obviously, Helen's not in the mood now.
Nope.
So Rupert goes alone. And while he's there, he, in no uncertain terms, breaks things off with Hillary. I mean, we know he already feels so guilty about it, and now Helen's found out about all of this, and he's like, do you know what? No. And the holiday was such a disaster as well. He's like, no, breaks it off. And he comes home, And deciding that he doesn't want to sleep in the spare room because he thinks it's haunted, he decides to go to his room and see what kind of situation could potentially be waiting for him.
Like there's only one spare room in that whole mansion.
I know. Anyway. I did think that.
It's like when you're watching TV shows and you see the
They
outside
sleep on
of
the
this big
sofa.
house, and yes, you can stay the night, but you're on the sofa. Yeah, you think they've only got one bedroom in that house.
Yeah. So he goes back to his room, and there he finds something quite unexpected. Helen, bathed, fresh and clean and lovely, in a sexy little black nightgown waiting for him. And she really totally catches him off guard by going, baby, baby, no, it was all my fault. And it's... Yeah, he's incredibly touched by this moment. And it seems that this is actually like a really good moment for them. And the chapter ends with, that night, Tabitha was conceived. I mean, what a way to finish. I mean, she doesn't say anything more than that. She just gives us Tabitha was conceived.
Yep. They're back on track.
I mean, this was the one that you thought there can't come back from.
No, I thought this was too harsh.
Yeah, and credit to Helen for dealing with it in the way that she did.
Yeah.
Serious credit to her, because she could have broken down completely,
packed up and left,
irreparably broken down after something like that, and she didn't.
I'm really proud of her because it must have been such a hard decision for her to get to. I mean, Rupert's the exact opposite, isn't he? He'll have just gone to that party and
wouldn't have thought anything more of it.
He'd have said, right, I've said it, I've said what I need to say. So I think that she's really trying in the best way she can.
That's a very good point, because she's not just trying in her way, she's trying in a way that will make sense to him as well. Like, she really is doing her best.
Yeah.
And they're having another baby.
Oh, my Lord.
And once again, on that bombshell, this is where we end it. This is where we leave things. Next episode, things are going to take a turn for Billy.
Oh.
And unfortunately, things are not taking a turn for the better. So we'll find out all about that next time. But first, before we go, everyone's favourite game, Rupert or not Rupert.
Okay.
So this one's a little bit different, and from here on out I am switching them up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Okay. Just because it's been a bit difficult. This is still Rupert or not Rupert, but instead of a real and a fake, I'm going to give you a quote, and I want you to tell me if it's Rupert or not Rupert.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yep.
Bonus points for telling me
the context.
Who it is.
Yep, okay.
Bonus points for telling me if it's not Rupert, who is it?
Okay.
Yeah? Are you with me?
Yep. And I just get one to pick from.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not a real or fake.
Okay. It's just
but it's
one
still
thing.
Rupert or not Rupert.
Right. Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so it is someone.
Right.
And it is a real quote.
Okay.
Have we... Do I need to go over that again?
I've got it. It's in there.
So Rupert, Helen, Billy and Janey are all having dinner, chatting away together. Helen tells the group she is so enjoying Marcus. One of them makes this comment, but was it Rupert or was it someone else?
Okay.
Helen is so enjoying Marcus, as though Marcus was a quadruple vodka and tonic. Was it Rupert or was it not Rupert?
It wasn't Rupert.
It wasn't Rupert.
I don't think it was Rupert.
Okay.
I think it's probably Janey, because Helen irritates the hell out of her, and she's not really a baby person yet, is she? So I think that would really have struck a nerve, and I can't imagine Billy being that mean.
No.
So I think that it's Janey.
And they are quite similar, aren't they, Janey and Rupert, in the stuff that they say?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, yes!
Correct on both. It was not Rupert, it was Janey. And as I was reading it, trying to find quotes, I was like, wow, a lot of the stuff that Janey says, taken out of context, you could so easily believe that it was Rupert.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I thought that was so funny to say about your baby. Oh, I'm so enjoying him.
Yeah, as if he
were a drink.
Or a favourite TV programme.
Well, there you go. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please tell your friends. And if you're feeling particularly generous, give us a rating or leave us a review. It really does help. If you didn't enjoy it, please keep it to yourself. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Ravishing Podcast for updates and extra bits. And make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
And if you have strong opinions, and we know you do, we'd absolutely love to hear them. Favourite characters, who you imagine when reading about them, best bits or worst bits in the book, anything you want to share. You can message us on socials or email us at theravishingpodcast@gmail.com with all your Rupture deliciousness. So that's all from us, and see you next time.
Goodbye.